Hey everyone, Greg Maddox here. In the six extenders for your freedom section, we talk about number two, revisit and update your freedom point. Your definition of freedom can change over time, or sometimes people aren't really sure when they think about business freedom, financial freedom, personal freedom, like what should I be thinking about there? How can I make these concepts more concrete so it doesn't seem just so ethereal and kind of, well, maybe someday it'd be great to have that. So we've actually developed, you can see on the screen right now, this freedom score. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to quickly walk you through what it is. It literally only takes you about 5 minutes to do. You get the results immediately. I'm going to share with you a sample of the results. It's probably really worth your time to take advantage of it. So when you hit that QR code, you're going to land on this landing page. And you can see here, can you live your ultimate exit lifestyle even if you never sell? It's 30 yes/no questions. We've had 10 questions for business freedom, 10 questions for financial freedom, 10 questions for personal freedom. And the idea is if you agree or find that question true, then answer yes. If you think that you don't agree or it's not true for you in your scenario, then answer no. The goal is that these questions are written in a way to give you 10 concrete things to think about for each of the three freedom areas. And then the results that you're going to get are going to walk you through what you could do to actually build a plan to improve those. So you fill out this form, you hit start. It's going to ask you each question one at a time. You click yes or no, and you buzz right through them. But let me show you a sample report. So as soon as you finish, you're going to get this. You could download it, and it will be emailed to you. But you'll have immediate access to this as soon as you're done. We have some really good content in here. I encourage you to slow down and read. I won't spend today on this short video reading that stuff to you, but I do want to point out some of the big things. So you're going to get an overall score. It's going to take into account all three areas of freedom, and it's going to give you kind of a blended average and just let you know where you're at. Now, ideally, we want to get to the 80 plus range, as you can see down here. That would be high readiness across the board. But the other thing we're going to do is explain to you why it's important to spend the time and the energy to actually build a plan for your business, financial, and personal freedom and execute it. So it makes opportunities to capture, either big opportunities that make your business better, your life better. If we're focused on this stuff, your business will be more fun to run. You will have more freedom in your life. And the 50% problem is that, 50% of the time, people don't leave their business on their own terms or timeline. There's death, disability, disagreement with partners. There's divorce. And then there's big things like disruption, like a COVID or a big technology change that totally, sideswipes you. Think like Uber comes in and kills your taxi cab company, things like that. So the more prepared that we could be along the way, the better able we are to deal with the curveballs that life throws at us. So you'll get a score for each of the areas. You're going to get some additional information that kind of walks you through how to think about this area. And then a key here is that you're going to see all the questions and how you answered it, yes or no. That's key because we're going to show you at the end of this report how to take this and turn it into actions that are relevant for you. So you can see this person scored 50% in both business freedom and financial freedom. We have some information and then all of their questions. And then we get down to personal freedom was a little bit lower. Again, some really good content along with the answers to all of the questions. So on this page 15, you'll see we call it the Exit Ready Scorecard one pager. You see everything together: business freedom, financial freedom, personal freedom. And I have 4 steps kind of outlined here. What do you do to make this actionable? Very simple. Create a master list of anything you said no to across all 3 of those freedoms. Put that master list in some type of logical order. There's no science to it. It's use your gut, decide what's most important for you to work on. And then once you have that list in some type of an order that makes sense to you, look at the stuff at the top of the list and identify how many of those top things could you potentially work on in a 90-day sprint. How many of those things could you incorporate into the business and other work that you're already doing? And then think about what resources are required: budget, people, outsourced partners, other team members in your business, etc. And what deadlines can you create to hold tension to progress? And then, create a simple action plan, put some deadlines on it, and just get busy knocking them out. The surest way to fail is try to do all of it at once. So that's why we say put it into some logical order. Look at the stuff at the top, pick one or two things that you want to incorporate into the other work that you're doing inside of your business. And when you do this, you're going to start developing a way more holistic view of your business, your personal life, and your financial life with some very concrete, in this example, 10 very concrete things that will help you paint a picture of what's relevant for you. You can ignore the stuff that you don't think is interesting, take the bits of it that you think, man, these 7 things I really wish I could say yes to. I'm going to start working on a plan to put these 7 things incorporated into the way I run my business and the way that I have my life. Hope you find this helpful. Look forward to talking to you at some point in the future.